episode 9 of Rollin Dogs. Thank you for joining us for another episode. Thank you to everyone who's hopped onto the YouTube bandwagon and subscribed. Thank you to everyone who's liked us on Facebook. And a big thank you to everyone who's jumped on the Rollin Dogs merch page and ordered merch. The promo code RDFSYT at the bottom of the screen here will get you $5 off anything on the site. So make sure you take a look at that. There have been a lot of people who have been requesting that we do a vegan option because there's a lot of non-meat eaters out there. So I pulled the trigger this week and tracked down some vegan dogs. I also had mail day from my buddy who went out to California, but instead of doing all that, I thought we would go as basic and meatless as possible. This week, we're rolling Bolthouse Farms premium carrots. I'm super excited for you guys to see these. I've been looking forward to rolling these all week. So without any more discussion, we're going to break open these Bolthouse Farms premium carrots, throw them on the hot dog roller just for you. Alright, so everyone who stuck with us through those carrots rolling, we weeded out the posers, the people that don't actually want to see these vegan dogs roll. I've got two dogs that we're going to do today. We've got Worthington meatless leanies. They're a plant-based deli dog with 6 grams of non-GMO proteins. When their powers combined, you get the original plant-powered since 1939. Water, grain, forest, clean air, and health. I guess this is packed with all of those. But these come in a frozen box. I picked them up at Meijer. And as I mentioned, mail day from Max. You might remember our Loma Linda Big Franks with vegetable and grain protein. These vegan links that we've got here. I'm not incredibly sure what these are going to taste like, but the best way to find out is to quit shaking them up and get them open. All right, you're going to see this first with me here. These don't smell like hot dogs. Oh, they're very slimy and seem very buoyant in this, what smells like chicken broth. We're going to set these up on this side here. And there's our remnants. There's our vegetable hot dog flavored water. How much did you pay me to drink this? Oh. Now we'll get our plant-powered deli dogs thrown on. Now it recommends on the box that we keep these frozen until we use them, and it's probably for the best that I can't see them because these other ones look interesting. I'm not going to judge it. I'm keeping my options for all my plant-based friends out there. Now we're going to let these roll for a little bit, and I'll come back and we'll put them to the test and see what happens. So we put in about 15 minutes on these two different styles of vegan dogs. And again, this goes out to everyone who has requested over the last 2 months to put a vegan dog on the roller. We've got 2 dogs to rate. We've got the Loma Lindas up top, the ones that came from the can. Down below, we have the plant-powered deli dog meatless leanies that came in the box. We're going to start out by doing our normal tests on both of them. We're going to make a classic dog. We're going to make the plain dog, and then we're going to make a California style dog because we're going vegan, so we might as well pretend to fit in. My buddy just got back in from California, and he brought me all kinds of ingredients that he thought would be California-esque. So we'll start with the Loma Linda Big Franks, which are these thick boys here that came from the can. Super juicy in the can. They shipped in some kind of a liquid that I couldn't quite tell what it was. Kind of smelled like chicken broth, even though I know better. They're very squishy, not very hot dog-like. I mean, they're the right shape. You can tell that they came out of some kind of a turd cutter like a hot dog would come out of, but just not quite the same. So for floppiness, oh, coming right at us. Didn't really do a whole lot of anything there. Let's try a second one here, see if they'll flop for us. Floppiness, obviously going to be a 1 on those. The plant-powered deli dogs are the ones that look like they could actually be a hot dog. You can see they're splitting there like a normal hot dog should, which would imply that someone could serve this to me and I would be none the wiser. Now for floppiness. Oh, we're not doing too hot. And they just fall apart. On the plant-powered deli dogs, a 1 for floppiness as well. I mean, this is one that fell on the floor. There's some kind of a chunk in there, and I'll give them a plus here. Normally, if this was a regular hot dog, I'd be questioning what that chunk is. But obviously, it's some kind of a vegetable, so I know we're safe. We're just going to get these bad boys bunned up and see what happens. So here's our Loma Linda Big Franks. We're going to start by making a couple classic dogs. The plant-powered deli dog and the Loma Linda Big Franks. We start out, of course, with French's classic yellow mustard. Then our next ingredient, of course, is Heinz tomato ketchup. And a hot dog just wouldn't be a hot dog without Vlasic sweet relish, sweet, not dill. Now, one thing I will give the plant-powered deli dogs is that they fit really well into the buns. This may prove to be a good substitute. This might be just the thing I needed to get me switched over to a plant-based diet. So we're going to start with the one that I wasn't thinking is going to be all that great. This is the Loma Linda Big Franks, the big vegetable and grain protein links from the can. This is our classic dog here. We'll bite into it and we'll start to rate our juiciness, inside texture, flavor, and mouthfeel.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. We're gonna go with the raw dog here. Peel some of the bun back. And try to check for juiciness, inside texture, flavor, and mouthfeel. This is not what hot dogs are supposed to be. Oh. Nope. 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 Ooh. There was no juiciness to it whatsoever. The texture, I don't know how to explain what just happened to me. You'd think being in a can there would have been some juice that was retained inside, but we're going with a 0 on juiciness. Inside texture, it was like eating a mouthful of flour. It was another 0 there. You know what? Because I know you guys are going to complain if I don't do it. We're going back in for another taste of these Loma Linda Big Dogs, Big Franks. Oh, boy. Flavor, tastes like a mouthful of flour. Mouthfeel, I was hoping there would be, like it would be some kind of crunch. For some reason I was hoping there would be. I don't know why I would have such hopes and dreams for it, but I can't even think of a way to explain the mouthfeel on this. That's another 0. I'll average that out eventually, but let's get into these Worthington plant-powered deli dogs and see if that'll save these vegan dogs for me. As I mentioned, these fit really well into the bun. This is our classic dog here. Here we go. At least with the ingredients that seem palatable. Oof. We're gonna crack into the raw dog here and see what we can find for the rest of our categories. Juiciness, no juice to be seen in there. We're going with a 0. The good news is I could actually swallow that bite. Inside texture, this was the neat one that we actually saw bits of vegetables inside of the one that broke open. Oh, there's some crunch. I don't even know what to compare this to. The texture is not very appetizing. There's no crunch to the outside. I don't know what they would use for a casing. Do vegetables have casings that they could have put on these vegan dogs? I don't think so. Just because it was better than the other one, we'll give it a 1. Flavor, I mean, there's some kind of a semblance of smokiness in there. It definitely doesn't taste like a hot dog should, but there's flavor to it. And just because I remember how bad the bar ass dogs were and I never want to eat one of those again, we're going to give this a 2. Mouthfeel, slightly better than the Loma Linda Big Franks from a can, but still doesn't feel like a hot dog should. We're giving this a 1 again. There's our scores. The Loma Linda Big Frank somehow scored below a 1. I'll average it out and put the scores right here on the screen for you. Worthington plant-powered deli dog meatless leanies averaged out to a 1 out of 10. And I'll show you how I got my math on the screen here. All in all, I would very much recommend not ever subjecting yourself to these particular vegan dogs. If you have a suggestion for a vegan dog that you absolutely love, that you think I need to try here, I'm more than happy to give it another shot. But please make it delicious. This was one of the worst things I've ever had to endure. I expected it to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be worse than bar S bad. That was, ooh, that was terrible. But on the bright side, I invited Max over, who sent me that can of hot dogs, vegan dogs, whatever you want to call them, and he brought us a couple presents to show off on this episode. Little does he know that I was cooking these vegan dogs today and that I was going to make him eat one as well. So the first thing he brought us from California are these Char gluten-free hot dog rolls, casings, if you're sophisticated like us. They're non-GMO, they're dairy-free, they're wheat-free, they're egg-free. It's a new recipe. And the best part is there's only 4 in a package. You can score these for the bargain of a lifetime at just, what, like $6 for 4 of them? These better be the best darn hot dog casings I've ever tasted in my life. Other things he's brought us were Annie's homegrown organic ketchup from California grown tomatoes and Annie's organic yellow mustard. The secret ingredient on this is goodness. Made with goodness. So we'll see how good this goodness actually is. Here's our impromptu local dogs. We're going to pretend this is local dogs. And we're going to take these gluten-free hot dog rolls, which look pretty cool. If you didn't tell me there was no gluten in them, I would have no idea. The cut on them isn't all that great, so we're going to use our Elf Daddy knife to get these cut open a little bit more. They don't hold together all that well. We'll get one for me too. We'll share in Max's enjoyment. I want this authentic California vegan dog. We're going to do this up right. And just to really mess with him, we're going to do a Loma Linda for him. We're going to give me the one that I could somewhat palate. The Worthington plant-powered deli dog. Now we're going to take our Annie's organic yellow mustard, made with goodness. Our Annie's organic ketchup, made with California grown tomatoes, whatever you want to call them. I might be a new convert over to Annie's. The only thing he didn't bring me was organic relish, which I don't even know how you would make that. So we'll just use our Vlasic sweet relish. All right, let's go serve it up. Hey Max, I made you a delicious hot dog.
Oh wow, thank you.
Please consume that one.
Wow, that tastes great.
Does it though?
Mm-hmm. Maybe one for one more.